Good morning. Good morning, my beautiful friends. Happy Labor Day to you. It is indeed the Monday edition of the Wake Up Call with Maui Paul. I am Maui Paul. We are here today to say some nice things about ourselves. And the question of the day is what went well this weekend? I'll tell you right now, I had an amazing Labor Day weekend, and I hope that you have as well. Yeah, we are, let's see here. Yeah, we are here to do to say some nice things about ourselves and ultimately to change the way that we feel about what is happening today. Good morning, Dan. Good morning, Pepper. Good morning, Lauren. It is wonderful to see you guys here today. Thank you so much for joining in on the Wake Up Call. You know, it has been a very, very eventful weekend. I've had a lot of really fun stuff happen. I've had some things that have happened that I needed to help, really be there and supportive for other people. I've had people show up and be really supportive of me and in ways that I didn't even know I needed to be supported. And so it's been a wonderful, wonderful weekend, and I hope that you've had a great one as well. I think highlight of my weekend thus far has actually been actually going out to the club on Saturday on Sunday night, and just having all of my friends be there. Went out to the L3 and just kind of like it was like me and 75, 80 of my closest friends took over a nightclub. It was such a cool experience. It was just a really chill, really wonderful party, and I had a wonderful time there. And yeah, just kind of cut loose in a way that I don't usually cut loose. I don't usually let myself cut loose. But anyway, it's been a wonderful weekend for me. I hope it's been a wonderful one for you as well. We are going to be looking at some more new cards today. Pepper has actually selected 5 cards for the week. So I'm excited. I haven't looked at these yet, but I just told her, I was like, come up with a set of cards for the week that you think is going to be a lot of fun to work through. And so she did. So I get to pull them off the top of the deck today and see what they are. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to pull a card off the top of the deck. I'm going to ask you if you are the affirmation on the card, and we are going to say out loud together, I am that affirmation. As we do that, we are building into our own lives. We are changing up our own perceptions, and ultimately are giving ourselves a perspective that we might not have otherwise considered. So yeah, thank you so much, Pepper. Pepper just linked to the Pinterest board. Head on over there. We actually surpassed 6,000 monthly views. We jumped from like 4,000 to 6,000 in like 3 days. Just so cool to see that the message of these cards is going out on social media to an audience that does not know me personally and is being well received. I think that the world really does need this kind of encouragement in it. So anyways, yeah, so I'm going to pull the first card off the top of the deck. I'm going to ask you if you are the affirmation on the card, and we're going to respond out loud together. I am that affirmation. As we do that, we are going to change the course of our lives. We're going to change up the way that we see the world, and ultimately change up the types of opportunities that we have available to us. So let's have some fun. Let's pull a card and say that today I am caring. I am caring. My presence leaves a positive impression. So I am caring. My presence leaves a positive impression. Are you caring? You are caring. Your presence leaves a positive impression. So I'm going to write that down in the comments, that I am caring, and that my presence leaves a positive impression. All right. And I encourage you to do that as well, because as we do, we are really reminding of ourselves of all the times that we have cared for somebody else or cared about something else that maybe we had we really had no dog in the fight, but in the end we could just be there for somebody. All of us throughout our lives have the opportunity to be there or not be there for somebody else, because everybody around us at all times always needs somebody to be there for them. They need somebody to care, somebody to love on them, somebody to somebody to be around. And oftentimes our presence is the only present that we need to give. Our presence is the only thing that we can give. And as we continue to have these opportunities to notice when other people need us and care for them and care about them, then we give ourselves the opportunity to build into these relationships and ultimately to develop our own sense of compassion. I had something very caring happen with me. I was the recipient of some care. An amazing and wonderful friend basically just called out of the blue and said, "Hey, can I come over and clean your house? I know that you're expecting a kiddo, and I know that you probably could use some help. And can I just come over and help you clean your house?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure, come on over." So this person came on over, and with all kinds of different tools and toys for cleaning stuff, and I mean just from top to bottom, just cleaned the house. And I thought that was such a cool thing, because they got me thinking about things that I hadn't touched in a while, and in the end, surfaces that I hadn't touched in a while, and certainly hadn't planned on touching in a while, those surfaces were clean, and the whole house had this new, fresh, wonderful smelling energy to it. And I was just so incredibly grateful that they were the catalyst for that. Of course, I mean, my house wasn't particularly dirty. It's just that when somebody else comes over and out of the goodness of their heart and out of the kindness of their heart says, "Oh, I want to help you clean the place," and then and then helps out with a deep cleaning, it's catalytic. And in the end, it's I ended up with a home that's so it smells nice and looks nice and feels nice, and all because that person cared, because that person thought to themselves, my friends are busy. I know they're busy, and let me see what I can do to just sort of like give my gifts. and this person loves to clean. That's why they came over and did it, and I felt very cared for. It wasn't even that the house is clean that makes me most happy. It's the fact that the house is clean and that somebody cares about me. It was being the recipient of caring. Their presence truly did leave a positive impression in my life. Their presence reminded me that there are people in this world who really get joy from doing this, and that even though it's not necessarily the most joyful thing in my world to clean up my own house and to keep my own house to be looking like better homes and gardens. And let me tell you, there are parts of my house that look like better homes and gardens right now. But it was just really nice to just be cared about. And I've had the opportunity to be there for others as well this weekend, and it was nice that I had that I had the ability and the just the mental bandwidth to be there to care for somebody else, because I know that I mean every all of my friends are dealing with something. I know because I've never had a moment in life where I wasn't dealing with something. But the fact is that I'm really grateful that my friends can trust me to actually be there for them when necessary, and also that I have the level of intimacy where I can be, and I think that's a really cool thing. So I am caring, and you are caring as well, and our presence leaves a positive impression. And so today, let's just realize, it's Labor Day today. It's a holiday, and so some people are working, some people are not working. But in the end, we're going to run into a whole lot of people today, whether it's out in the outside world because we're out doing our business, or perhaps we're just going to be hanging out with our friends. But we're going to run into a lot of people today because it's a holiday that are not in our ordinary rotation of folks that we talk to. And Joe, so let's just take this as an opportunity to care more about them and to just love on them some more and just be there for them and just look for opportunities where our presence can leave a positive impression. It's when this person came over this weekend and helped me to clean up my house. It was not the cleaning of the house that left the best impression. It was the fact that they cared, the fact that they saw something that they perceived as a need and they came and filled it. That's what left the positive impression. And so, too, it is not necessarily always what we do that leaves the positive impression. It's just the fact that we are there for somebody else, that we have the opportunity to be there for somebody else, and we take it. And we set aside our own lives for that little bit so that we can instead be there for somebody else. How cool it is that we can be. So I am caring, you are caring as well, and our presence leaves a positive impression. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining me on this Monday morning. I really appreciate it. It has been wonderful to do a another wake up call, and I'll be back tomorrow with another one of these. Like I said, this deck and a whole bunch of other ones that even I haven't seen before are over there on the Pinterest board. And yeah, so go check them out and yeah, check them out. Feed the Pinterest algorithm. Show Pinterest that there's something worth looking at, because with the very, very limited amount of engagement that we've currently gotten on Pinterest, I mean, 6,000 impressions is a lot. So, anyways, appreciate you guys. I love you. Thank you so much for coming here again. It's been wonderful to see you. So, good morning again to Lauren and to Pepper and to Dan. And I think that's pretty much all the folks that are with us here on this Labor Day weekend. If you are here, and you haven't said hello, just drop in, say hello. I'll say hello back. But anyways, until then, I will talk to you guys tomorrow at 9 a.m. Until then, this is your daily reminder that I love you, that I care about you, that I believe in you, and that ultimately, I am happy when you succeed. I am happy when you really live life to your fullest. And so let's do that today. Let's live life to our fullest, and let's express that in the way that we care about others. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys again tomorrow at 9 a.m. Until then, aloha from paradise.